I'm a big fan of Indiana Jones. Or Dial of Fuck off.
Wait, you watched the new one?
Yeah. Because I love the original trilogy. But why are you laughing? White man watching Indiana Jones.
The new one is so shit.
Yeah, I mean... Nah.
I mean, we should have taken hints from Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, right?
Yeah.
It's somehow worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Really?
Did you watch it?
No, I've heard it's way worse though.
Oh, really?
It's not worse. It's just not... The problem... Indiana Jones
But it's like
works...
soulless.
Indiana Jones works because Indiana Jones is fucking cool.
Yeah.
He gets the girl, he goes in the cave, he gets the treasure, he's got a globe-trotting adventure. And then Indiana Jones' Star of Destiny, he's just a depressed man in a room. It's no spoilers, but Indiana Jones is just depressed. He's 81.
It's just like Harrison Ford in real life.
He's 80 years old. He's in a room going, ugh. The opening scene of him in his flat, some people are playing David Bowie too loud. And he's like, shut the fuck up. It's like, this is not Indiana Jones. Where's the adventure?
He's racist now as well.
Racist, angry man. And the opening, they de-age him. Using
I've heard this. Yeah.
CGI wizardry, like you've seen like Star Wars Rogue One. It kind of worked for a few characters, but didn't for others. But like you do become painfully aware. Like it, in many ways, it's the best part of the film,
right?
Because the rest
is
is
the old Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's Indiana Jones. If they'd made it in the 90s, maybe.
Yeah.
And then the rest, he's just like, we need to. I could get the treasure, but it's a lot of effort, isn't it? It's just like if I did Indiana Jones. We need to get the treasure, but will there be camembert?
But I mean,
Raiders of the Lost Fridge.
I mean, do you think that's just because the
Lost
idea of
camembert.
like fucking hero is just like, I guess, age?
Yeah, fuck yeah. It's
not all about like kicking ass and like getting the girl and like.
No, I think if you've got a compelling story, the 80-year-old thing could work.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
But it doesn't. Yeah.
Is it a bad film? No. Is it a good film? No.
Did you watch The Whale?
No, I just can't.
I've only seen that one scene. I haven't watched it, but I've only seen that one scene.
What's the one scene? Porn or something.
Cry porn.
Yeah, where he's like crying. I've only seen that scene. I'm pretty sure that's the only scene in the movie.
I just
wish you'd watch it because I bet you'd give the funniest review.
What would it be? Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, you'd be like, shit. He just cries and he's just on fucking Skype call.
It would be that. Yeah,
I'm all like fucking.
that's you can't say that word on here. You better hide that.
Oh yeah, we gotta bleep that. Well, we don't bleeps it.
Yeah,
you got in trouble for not bleeping it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But like, yeah, Indiana Jones, I can't recommend it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to watch it, so it's fine.
It's better than Kingdom because Kingdom, it's just a clusterfuck. It doesn't know what it needs to be. And there's literally Shia LaBeouf swinging with monkeys.
That's epic.
No, it's not. Just because you're a monkey man or whatever.
Did you ever watch Shia LaBeouf's like other weird films? Like,
He's done all sorts of awful
Nymphomaniac.
stuff. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Oh, you have? Oh, fuck. It's fucking
bizarre.
weird.
But it's a good week for film. You got Mission Impossible.
I watched it.
Out in Japan.
Yeah, I watched at the premiere where Tom Cruise is supposed to be, but then in SAG.
Where?
In Toho.
What, here?
Shinjuku. Yeah.
It's out now.
The premiere was. I went to the premiere.
How'd you do that?
Just bought tickets online.
Oh, I thought it was like Tom Cruise's one request.
Well, no,
so
I bought tickets to go watch the premiere because I thought, fuck it, I got nothing better to do on a Sunday.
It's good.
It's Mission Impossible.
Tom Cruise riding off a bridge.
It's exactly what you think it's going to be.
Cool action, threadbare plot, but quite fun.
I will admit, I was a little sleepy because I was like, it's like too much. And the villain is kind of dumb.
Right.
Do you want me to tell you what the villain is?
No, I kind of know a little bit, but
okay, yeah, it's kind of when I introduced it, I was like,
is it AI?
Yeah. I was like, okay, AI's the bad guy again.
Okay,
technology evil.
Yeah, and it's kind of. I mean, the stunts were impressive,
Yeah.
but it kind of went on like a little too long almost.
It's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I was like,
Jesus.
all right, come on,
Then
guys.
you've got Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I was gonna say you seem like you're gonna be watching Barbie, right?
It's probably quite good.
Well, you
The
can't
reviews are good.
watch Oppenheimer.
Yeah, you
so-
can't watch Oppenheimer. So
Why not?
Apparently, it's
Not
going to be
coming out in Japan.
not coming out in Japan.
People don't know why that is. I think it's because the release date is close to the Hiroshima bombing, unfortunately. You can't be like, let's have a film about the bomb, and then the next day it's Hiroshima's, annual event.
Yeah.
So I do get that. I will come out there, I think, in September. Don't forget, Japan, they do have the movies like fucking 6 months after they've been everywhere else.
Yeah.
But normally that's announced ahead of time. So
Yeah, it hasn't been announced yet.
I'll just watch it in the UK. The reviews for Oppenheimer look good. I saw someone go, it was great, but I hadn't a clue what anyone was saying. just like Tenet, right?
Oh, great.
Where
Just mumble fest.
every like Christopher Nolan film is great, but like, I just
Every
don't know what I'm saying.
Christopher Nolan film you have to watch twice at least.
Just to know what, just to know what they're fucking saying. It's like it's like a cryptic mystery watching a Christopher Nolan film. Yeah, because you can't fucking hear what they're saying. Because
the mic's so
Japan, I'm
big.
like, and it's like, what? I had to watch Abroad in Japan eight times to hear him talk about Camembert. Like, just come on, Chris Nolan, just make the audio like good. Because I remember like Batman Begins. Rises
Begins,
3, Dark Knight. What was it called?
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
Bane was what started it.
Literally had no idea what.
Oh my god, Bane half the time is just.
What did you say?
Subtitles are great.
Yeah. When I watched it with subtitles, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
I love that opening scene on when he's hijacking the plane. He's just like, I'm going to take this, and the guy's like, no way, and it's like, yes. I'm like, I don't know what he said.
I love it. It's just so. I remember watching that and I was a bit cringe because he's like, "What's the next step of your master plan?" And he's like, and it's like, I remember going because that just sounds so lame. It's like crashing this plane. What no survivors?
I know you also watched Silo.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Right.
I finished it last night.
It's really good. I also watching.
Silo.
What's Silo?
It's this Apple TV show about you're just kind of introduced to this silo where there's
Something's
forbidden
happened.
relics, so you can't have any old technology, and there's no elevators, and you can only go up this one giant concrete silo, and everything has to be within the confines.
It's big as well. It's like 2,000 meters.
Is it
high.
like an indie kind of movie?
No. It's Apple big TV. Apple
big
TV
production. It's really good actually.
Okay.
Just
Pretty good,
finished it
yeah.
last night. The ending is really good to the first season.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
based on a book.
I've watched Apple have had a good run actually. I'm watching.
Yeah,
it.
I
Severance
still haven't
is
watched.
great.
I really wanted to watch Tetris.
It's pretty good.
Is it really
I
good?
haven't watched
It's
Tetris.
really fun. Really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Severance. Watch Severance.
I have
Severance
watched
is
Severance
amazing.
is the best.
You have?
One of the best shows.
Yeah, I have watched.
Oh,
Tetris.
fuck yeah.
We've talked
That's
about
like
this
the
literally on
best
Trash
show.
Days.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason
I
you
haven't seen it.
I used to assume if it's good, you guys don't watch it.
What?
Because like anything good, you guys are like, oh, sorry, I'm watching too much anime stuff and playing gacha games. And Jerry's like,
No.
I'm really listening to Pink Floyd for the 15th time.
Joey's shit. How did he know?
Joey's like, I've just finished listening to Pink Floyd and watching
No.
Akira for the 20th time.
Jerry's like, I actually found a.
That sounds like a good day.
Yeah. Jerry's like, I've just replayed a JRPG for the 19th time.
Best two shows last year: Succession number 1, Severance number 2. I'd say.
I've been watching Severance, but I really struggled to get through the
Succession?
3rd and 4th season.
You're talking about Succession?
Succession.
What
It did go on a little bit, no doubt about that. But
Yeah,
the 4th season's pretty good.
What do I call it?
He's called it.
You call it Severance.
Severance. Fuck Succession. Yeah.
Yeah.
The opening theme is a banger though.
I watched
It is
for
a
that.
banger.
Yeah.
I'd ride around Tokyo listening to Succession theme tune like, oh yes.
Yeah, I've currently finished like 2 seasons of Succession, and
The second one's good. The
Yeah.
third one, it gets a little bit,
Yeah.
The fourth
Okay.
is good again. Yeah,
Brian
Okay.
Cox carries that show.
he does.
He's
Very much
very
so.
intimidating.
Started watching a new show on Apple called Hijack with Idris Elba, and it's about a plane being hijacked.
Oh.
But it's a bit like, just doesn't feel believable. The terrorists are really rubbish. It's just 5 people from Essex, and it's like, well, we're taking over this plane, mate. You better not fucking do anything. And it's just like, it doesn't work. It just sounds silly.
Apple TV's been doing a.
Not that I'm saying people from Essex are silly,
they're doing
but like
a
the way
good
they
job.
just, terrorists are just shit.
yeah,
Apple TV's been crushing it. Is Tetris good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I haven't seen
It's pretty
it.
good.
I really want to watch it. I
It's
haven't
quite
downloaded
original.
it.
It's very fun.
They also
script,
did
well
Drops of God as well. They did an adaptation of
directed. Of
Drops
course,
of
you've
God.
watched the one about
Of
wine.
course, I've watched that. We actually watched it when we visited Napa Valley. I thought it was pretty good.
Doesn't look good.
But you had a wide variety of opinions just because Sydney is just like, it's not like the manga. It's not like the manga. It's not the real Drops
It's
of
an
God.
adaptation. It's not supposed to be exactly one for one.
Yeah, there's like this romance subplot, and then in the original manga, like the two rivals are both guys, but in the adaptation, the main character is a girl, and she has like a romance subplot. I'm like,
It's like a live action adaptation.
yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
live
Oh,
action
shit.
adaptation. I thought the adaptation was actually really fucking good. City was just like, it's not the manga. It's not the real.
Just read the manga.
Just read the manga. And I'm like, I had a good time.
You'll have plenty of time to catch up because these writer strikes will.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd
There'll
say
be nothing
Apple,
coming out in like
Yeah.
2
Apple
years.
TV has been consistently the best over the last few years to some extent.
Yeah.
Then HBO.
Well, do you guys
Netflix.
do you guys remember the last writer strike at all?
Well, yeah, it was like when you back in the day when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'd watch Prison Break, and I'm like, why is it shit? All of a
Yeah.
sudden,
Well,
watching
yeah.
24, you're like,
Quantum
why
of
is
Solace, right? The sequel to
Yeah.
Casino Royale. Casino Royale. best Bond film ever, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, they gave up. It's just like, well, we better stop those terrorists. Like shit.
Yeah, I remember when the first writer strike happened. It was just like, as you're a lot younger, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sure people can write stories, even though it's not their job.
I don't remember it happening. I just remember it happened that all the TV shows I liked, a certain season would always be bad.
Yeah.
And then when you go online and look, it was like the writer's strike happened.
Yeah.
And that was why 24 was 10 episodes less.
And I was like, oh, this is why writers are important.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it.
It's almost like it's a qualified job.
I know. Oh my god. No, like for me, it was
Who would have
Heroes.
thunk?
Like Heroes was
Heroes
such
got
a good
fucked.
TV
Yeah,
show.
Heroes got fucked
And
by
then
the
like
writer's strike.
season 3, I remember watching season 3, and this was back when before like I even had an inkling of like there are people who made TV shows.
That was like the peak TV period as well, where it was like Lost, 24, Prison Break,
Yeah.
Heroes, where it felt like everything was like, whoa.
And then suddenly every TV show I was watching got shit, and I was just like, well, what's going on? Why is this happening?
TV fell off.
Yeah.
Did you watch Black Mirror?
I did. What did you think? Did you watch all the episodes? Or was there any
Big
episodes?
fan,
Okay.
big fan of the writer Charlie Brooker. Love
Yeah.
the original.
Wait,
4
what season is this?
Season 6.
There's 6
Fuck.
new
5 and
episodes.
6 have been a bit.
And there's about, I would say, there's one absolutely god awful shit, should be a mistake episode. The one
Streamberry?
with the wolf, the werewolf.
Oh yeah,
That was like the worst episode of Black Mirror ever. It was so shit. And the
Yeah.
Streamberry was whatever. The only ones I kind of liked, the true crime one was okay because of the Scottish guy. He carried it. The Podrick from
Game of Thrones.
He was so
as
fucking
angry
good.
Scottish man.
He was so good.
He was really good.
He
yeah.
carried the episode. It was
Some of the best
charming.
acting I've seen in a long time.
And then the Aaron Paul one was okay, but it's too long.
No, I didn't like
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
too long.
I thought it was trying to be a lot cleverer than it was.
If you
And
haven't
then
watched
the ending was
Black-
just like,
Black
oh,
Mirror, watch it.
It was like I felt like it tried to do the same kind of like twist as what's the one where he's like being forced to do a bank heist. There's
don't talk to me and dance. Or
yeah.
Sharp and Dance.
Yeah,
Sharp and dance.
Don't talk to me.
I feel like
You've
that,
said that line before.
Yeah, I feel like that episode had a really good fucking setup and a good payoff
That's
at the
such a
end.
good episode.
And then I feel like it kind of tried to do something similar where it's just like, oh, we have this setup, and
Yeah.
but it doesn't end the way you think it's going to end. And it's just,
I kind of like the Satan one.
That was the best
kind
one.
of fun. The acting was pretty fun in that.
Where
The devil was so funny in it.
the devil's the
These
dancer
out of
from Boney
context
M.
sound hilarious.
The devil's the guy from Boney M.
Let's
That was
say that-
fun.
imagine the devil is just like a guy who's charming with a thick British accent. He's like, "What are you doing, mate? You got to go and kill him. It's midnight."
It's so good.
It's actually
That was a
pretty
really
fun.
fucking good performance.
It was like
yeah.
a kind of boring premise with fantastic acting that made
yeah.
it good. Not
Agreed.
to be like biased, but I feel like whenever the Black Mirror episode was set in the UK, I was like, "Oh, this one's gonna be a good one."
It's true though.
There's a
I
banger.
just feel they're a
It
bit
is true.
more grounded in the UK and a little more
Yeah.
level-headed. I
Yeah.
don't know why that is.
I just feel like a lot of this season of Black Mirror, there's an interesting idea there, but that interesting idea could cover like 20 minutes at most. You know what I mean?
The Streamberry one was no.
Yeah.
Didn't like.
You're fucking Salma Hayek.
Well, that
It's like,
was-
that's not a line that needs to be put
I
in the
guess
script.
that was like the tradition because Black Mirror is kind of struggling, right? Because it had this very tech focused
Yeah.
premise, and I guess now they've explored a lot of options,
and
now
everyone
it's
else
kind
is
of,
doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
now,
the power of Black Mirror. It
yeah.
inspired so many people to make.
Well, everyone
great
describes stuff as Black Mirror-esque, right? Whenever anything's dystopian technology, everyone's like, "Oh, it's very Black Mirror-esque."
Sea Dog
It's-
VA
I-
IRL.
yeah, he's just walking around with the camera. It's Black Mirror-esque.
I would also argue that reality has kind of caught up to Black Mirror as well in
Yeah.
some way, where a lot of these out there ideas that happened when season 1 started airing, reality has kind of caught up, and we've realized, oh, it's actually happening.
It's just a
now.
documentary.
Oh, like
Yeah.
episode 1 where the Prime Minister fucks a pig.
Yeah.
It happened, didn't it? Allegedly, it was reported David Cameron did something with a pig.
I think, like, shut
Not
up and
saying he
dance.
did.
There was.
defamation. But it was
You're never going to be
reported
allowed back
media.
in the UK.
Allegedly.
I think there's more ways that you can explore that feeling of feeling trapped online with twists and stuff, and feeling like online is kind of beholden and you're kind of being trapped by it. And there's
Yeah.
more ways to explore that. I think that they've just
I feel
season
like
6 felt
it's-
like given up.
I just feel like it's dumbed down for a younger audience a little bit.
Yeah,
Because
the
Netflix
true
is like,
crime one could have been
could
interesting.
you
Yeah.
guys just, make it a bit more like, accessible
Yeah.
to younger people?
Yeah, the true crime one I felt actually could have been quite good, exploring true crime and the obsession of it. But I felt like they kind of were like, all right, now let's just do a twist, and it's kind of fun. Sorry to spoil.
That's fine. I was gonna watch it.
All the viewers. I just felt like because true crime is actually such a prevalent thing, and there could have been a fun, poignant way to talk about it in a Black Mirror-esque way that kind of didn't feel like they nailed it.
Does Sid make you sit down and watch true crime documentaries like the man that killed his entire family for no reason?
No, I don't. She doesn't make me sit down.
Charlotte makes me like, well, she doesn't make me, but she's like, I'm going to watch the documentary about everyone that killed the man. That
I just wake up and like she's
And
doing
smell
her
the roses.
she's doing her makeup, and I'm just like getting ready for the day, and I'll just
His arms were
Timothy
cut
was
off.
drowned by his dad.
His legs were cut off.
and Timothy found his dead parents and called 911. Here's the call, and it's just a kid going, and I'm just like, oh,
And I'm like,
gee.
darling, it's 8 a.m.
I'm just like,
It
oh,
is fucked.
Please stop.
I'm trying to get ready for the day, and I'm fucking sad hearing a kid report his dead parents.
Did you see the YouTuber that had charged money to see an 11-year-old boy's autopsy?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I did see that news.
Because like, I guess true crime is going so commodified now that what they had, I guess people are like, because obviously I think a lot of the historical cases have already been well documented. So now it's getting to the point where they're covering like stuff as it's happening, which is kind of fucked. Because like these people were inserting themselves in like the process essentially, and were like turning up to the hearings and getting the information, and just immediately posting about it. And it's like, it's pretty fucked. Like it's getting to this state now where like true crime is just, it's just like a reality TV show of what's happening, and then now they're showing the fucking morbid stuff because we have these systems of accountability where people would have to release information to the public, and now it's kind of being abused in a way where it's like turning it into circus shows and freak shows. It's like, if you want the HD photos of a dead body, go to my Patreon and pay $15. And it's like, that's fucked.
That's so fucked up.
It's so fucked.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I was never really into true crime in the first place. We've talked about true crime before.
We've
and,
talked
like,
about it so many times because I think it's just, it's an uncomfortable topic.
Yeah, and you know, ever since the first episode we've talked about it on Trash Taste, the line has just been pushed more and more and more.
Gotcha.
And you know, going back to Black Mirror, I think part of the reason why Black Mirror doesn't hit as hard now is just because reality has caught up.
Yeah.
Online is way scarier than when it was at the first season, where in the first season we can view like the stories of Black Mirror as like, ooh, look at this funny thing. And now we look at the late season of Black Mirror and we're like, actually reality is fucking weirder and scarier and more depressing.
I'm calling it next season there'll be one basically like ripping off the Apple Provision. They'll just make one where it's a dad who sees his kid that isn't there, and he imagines he's still there even after the death of his kid, and he goes crazy.
And it's eternally fused to his face, and he can't take it off.
I genuinely think like they've become so shallow that it's so easy to kind of just predict a Black Mirror episode now.
Just hate walking into my sitting room and hearing, when we got there was blood everywhere. We couldn't stop the bleeding.
And
what had you
Netflix
done to that
churns them
child?
out
He'd
as
eaten
well.
his face. And I'm just like, I'm having a nice morning. I don't want to hear this. Put headphones in or something.
Yeah.
Like the man that murdered his entire family for seemingly no reason.
Yeah.
What? No. It must have been a reason.
There's sometimes some stuff that's really like, you know, you have that level of distance, but sometimes they show some stuff or talk about some stuff. I'm like, this feels like you shouldn't be allowed to view it. Public knowledge.
Yeah.
This feels like really fucked.
This feels really invasive right now.
Yeah.
You know?